He's unable to verify claims that they were shot.
There's a lot that has been said on the investigation, but what is the fact now is that we found remains of 2 people in the bushes, and they will go through a post-mortem, and if there are any shots, we'll be able to tell where they were shot and so on. Thank you.
It's unclear at this stage how long it will take for DNA results. Nogukhanya Mtambo, Eyewitness News in Bloemfontein.
And the Gauteng government has returned money to National Treasury after underspending on its annual budget by 1.8 billion rand. Premier Panyaza Lesufi revealed this during a briefing earlier today, focusing on the state of ethics and corruption in his government.
You can't return money to National Treasury or Treasury when we've got so many things to sort out. And it's within that context that we are attending to it. There are other things that are beyond the control of departments. But there are others that are within, and we will need to have some serious discussions as the leadership of government.
Underspending on a budget could have significant consequences on government performance as money set aside for important projects goes unused. A fine Friday in store for Gauteng tomorrow. Joburg dropping to an overnight low of 11 degrees, peaking at 22. Pretoria 13 and 24. Vereeniging 9 and 25. Lerato Huffela, Eyewitness News.
EWN, in touch, in tune and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
#MSW.
You may begin to feel anxious or excited.
Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored.
High dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind and execution.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
The driving force behind the Blitzbokkers' brilliance, and welcome once again to Coach Philip Stayman.
Enjoy it, otherwise it's just going to fly by and we're not going to take it in. So for now, we're going to celebrate it.
Put that buri on the fire, have that beautiful steak, enjoy it. And from all South Africans, we say well done to you, well done to the team, and welcome back home.
Thank you very much. My fire is burning, so I'm going to run out now and see if there's still wood on, and then I'm going to put that steak on. But thank you very much. I really going to enjoy it.
It's a goal by Francesco Acerbi at the age of 36 to make it 6 on aggregate.
7 goals, extra time, drama, a finish that will be spoken about for years to come. The maestro of Italian football analysis, Stefano Vigoriti. Arsenal or PSG, who do you prefer in the final?
The million-dollar question. I would prefer Arsenal. They're younger, the coach is not as experienced, and in the big stage, that would be a huge stage for Arteta and for his boys. PSG has got, it's unpredictable. They're strong, they've got very strong players. I would like Arsenal, but please bring me PSG at the final.
The KZN police spokesperson, Colonel Robert Naturena.
There are some disgruntled fans who are thinking or planning of staging some sort of protest disturb the proceedings of the day. We can assure football lovers in South Africa that the Soweto Derby, which is going to play on KZN soil, will be safe, secure, and everybody around will be safe. We are going to target those areas that we have identified through intelligence where people are planning to either protest or cause disruption.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.
Well, it's the Thursday Wonder. Marawa Sports Worldwide is proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
Let's go!
The moments you remember. The games you can't forget. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
Partey's clearing header. Fabian Ruiz hit it well! Hit it magnificently! Paris Saint-Germain 1, Arsenal 0. Great strike, Fabian Ruiz. 2-0 on aggregate against the run of play so far in the Parc des Princes. But Paris do not care one bit.
For all Arsenal's dominance, this is what Paris Saint-Germain can do to you. The clearance is only part cleared by, I think it's Partey, isn't it? And once Ruiz gets it onto that left foot, what a strike that is. Just watches it all the way. I think there's a slight deflection, isn't it, that maybe just takes it into that corner, just chests it down. And then as it's falling, look at this for a connection. Great technician. And then just goes into that far corner. Declan Rice will be so disappointed. He gave that free kick away. Paris Saint-Germain have punished them.
It is a great strike.
A great strike, a great evening. And unfortunate though for the Arsenal faithful. They're out of the UEFA Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain clinching a place in the Champions League final as goals from Fabian Ruiz as well as Achraf Hakimi gave them that 2-1 win over Arsenal in the second leg of their last four tie last night, securing that 3-1 aggregate triumph. Now, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta, well, he said that the best team lost after Arsenal crashed out of the Champions League semi-final.
Yeah, well, first of all, congratulate PSG for being in the final. Talking about merits, I think we deserve much more. When you analyze both games, who has been their best player, their MVP, has been the same player, the goalkeeper. And the Champions League is decided in the boxes, and he's won the game for them, because obviously today, after 20 minutes, and what happened in London as well, the result should have been very different. So I can take a lot of positives, and I'm very proud of the team. You have to arrive in the competition at this stage with your full squad, full available, in best condition. We haven't got that. So let's put that aside. It's still the team that I've seen today against probably one of the best, or not the best team in Europe. It gives me so much pride. But at the same time, I'm so upset, so annoyed that we didn't manage to do it. And two things that are on us, probably not together. And other things that obviously the opponent at this level has the quality to deliver, like Donnarumma has done today again.
All right, so the defeat actually meant that Arsenal will end the season again without winning a trophy for a fifth season in a row. After Arteta, well, he led them to an FA Cup triumph, though, back in 2020 during his first season in charge. They have also finished second in the Premier League for the last two seasons, and the Spaniard was asked what he said to the players at the end of the match.
Probably difficult with words. I mean, all the word that we put, enthusiasm, belief, and whatever happens, you come here and you do what we've done. It's the first time for 95% of these guys, because they never play a semi-final. And to do what they've done in Paris today against this team is remarkable. But the fact is that we are out, and if we want to improve and we want to win it, we can never look back and but if, or they did, or whatever. It's just, okay, what is still on us to raise that and unlock that door to get to a final and then actually win it. And that's the way, in my opinion, that we have to think.
And also, finally, on whether Arsenal squad is just not good enough to go all the way in major competitions, the coach had this to say.
I'm very proud to coach the players that we have, and within that we create chances and put situations that normally any other day are goals. But again, sometimes you have to applaud the opposition, what the keeper is done, not in this tie, in both ties. They won the game for them, and you need that. To win a competition, you need that. In one of the two boxes, somebody has to do something special to win it for you and make it happen. And that was the difference. I think so, yeah. Especially for 160 minutes. I'm saying that, and they are saying that because they just told me that.
Who did the PSG bench?
Yeah. You want to be in the sport and you want to be competing and be very close to the trophies, you better be able to deal with that. It hurts, but you have to deal with that.
You see that hunger in their eyes, though?
Well, today I see how much they wanted because they were in tears.
All right, in tears and tears and tears. The wait continues, though, unfortunately, for Arsenal as well as its faithful. But there's always another time, guys, isn't there? I'm going to go back in time a little bit tonight. But also keep in touch that towards the end of the show, we will rope in Bertie Grobler just for a couple of questions that need to be answered and maybe the latest updates. But if you know the names of Mickey Modisane, if you know the names of Putco Mafani, I don't have to say anything else.
Preview Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
The KZN police spokesperson, Colonel Robert Naturena. Ken, let me go to Cape Town. Vuyisa, good evening. Welcome. I believe that you had booked a hotel and flights.
That's correct, Mr. Rob.
Tell me more.
Yes, Mr. Rob, this is very frustrating. We have booked flights also to go to the match. The money was deducted from my account. My expectation was to get a ticket.
Let me quickly go to Peter in the East Rand. Peter.
This morning we received an email that they regret to inform us that we will not get the ticket. I paid for accommodation in Durban for 4 people, for me, my wife and my 2 boys. I paid for flights, which is the total cost is plus minus 15,000. Then they come and lie to us.
Got Colonel Robert Naturena, who's joining me on the line.
If anybody tries anything in and around the stadium, the fact that we brought the police station inside the stadium to carry those who are going to misbehave, we are going to see them on Tuesday.
#MSW. #MSW. Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Somlandela, Desima, Somlandela, Ewashia, Ama defender, Desuma, Somlandela, Desuma, Somlandela, Desima, Somlandela, Ewashia, Ama defender, Desuma, Somlandela.
#MSW. #MSW.
What else do you say except to say good evening, Putco Mafani?
Hey, Rob. Oh, man, those good old days.
What does it take you back to, Mafani?
Sure, Rob. It takes me to an era of glorious years at Kaizer Chiefs. It takes me to my 7 years at Kaizer Chiefs, where I never felt like I feel now. Because then we went to games, and I would call press conferences, and I would go around the country and advising branches of our supremacy. And the fact that I never go to cup finals being an underdog.
Yeah.
Then, no, I was never an underdog.
Okay. Before the fight starts, let me do the traditional welcome because the fight's just about to begin here. He's already saying he's never an underdog. Yeah. Let me give some context here because tonight we're bringing you the ultimate battle of the minds. I mean, two icons who didn't just represent their clubs, but they became the voices, the passion, the heartbeat of two South Africa's biggest football giants. From the Sea Robbers to the Glamour Boys, we've got the men who knew how to rally the faithful. I mean, they could pack the stadiums. They build hype around every major final. First up, though, we got the charismatic voice of the Mighty Buccaneers. I mean, the former Orlando Pirates public relations officer, the one and only Modisane, is here in studio. Unfortunately, Putco Mafani, his flight left him. Not sure if the ticket was legit, but he is somewhere in Joburg. I mean, he was the bridge, though, between the club as well as its beloved and devoted fans, the heartbeat of the communication system, and also the man who gave Orlando Pirates its voice. And from the gold and black of Naturena, the man who embodied the spirit of Amakhosi, the former Kaizer Chiefs PRO, Putco Mafani, as you've heard him, saying that he was never, ever an underdog. Hey, we are talking football fan engagement here. Those unforgettable rituals that turned into cup finals, into carnivals, not forgetting their dance moves. Hey guys, I mean, do clubs still really need PROs today? I don't know. Looking at Twitter, a lot of you saying on that X platform, we miss them. That's all I'm picking up. So how did these two giants of communication make it happen and made it happen back in the days? We're going to find out tonight. We'll also have your involvement. Remember, this is an interactive show. Whether you're watching on the YouTube channel or you want to send us a WhatsApp voice note, 060-708-0484, 060-708-0484. Do that, not now, but right now. 011-883-8947 is the number to dial as well directly in studio. You've heard the voice of Putco Mafani, so he's definitely there. We haven't heard the voice of Modisane, though. Good to see you, sir. Welcome to studio.
Well, good evening, Rob, and also good evening to the listeners.
Yeah.
And also, I think for me, and I must give context. When I walked in here, I need to give a standing ovation to you guys. It's a pity that Mafani missed this moment.
Yes.
To walk in here, and there's this giant screen, and it has my face on it. And like, wow. And then there's another screen with another 2 pictures of myself. I'm like, wow. It's such a great honor.
How do you feel when you walk into
amazing.
greatness?
Like I'm on a pedestal. Like I'm the, I'm the Mighty Buccaneer. You know what I'm saying? It kind of gave me that wonderful feeling. But I must say on your intro, just a quick one.
Yes, go ahead.
Mbesuma, where were you? Mbesuma, remember what happened on a Saturday?
When you
at
reversed
FNB?
it.
Yes, we reversed that. And then
Remind us.
Yes, we reversed that. We had Tonic Chabalala.
Yes.
Who was there? Alongside Lucky Lekwati. They stopped Mbesuma. They stopped Mbesuma. And then on Monday, remember you called me? And he said, so in the absence of Mafani Miki, how do we put this now in context? I said to you, Mbesuma, where were you? Mbesuma, where were you? Agubamba, I'm a defender. Mbesuma, where were you? Yes!
Oh, Mafani, they are inflicting the wounds here, Mafsa.
So it was such an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think also what is important, and I must also give it to Mafani, to Mputumi. Remember Mputumi launched me.
Yes.
Mputumi launched me.
Explain that, because people will be a bit surprised. How does a Kaizer Chiefs guy launch a Pirates guy?
Okay, so now I was at the South African Football Association.
Yes.
And after a series of interviews with the chairman, Dr. Ivan Khoza,
yeah,
I sat down with the chairman and his committee, including the late Zodwa, Dominic as well was there. We sat down and I was interviewed a couple of times. And the chairman, what he then does, he does things in style.
Start from the beginning. If you don't know the story, let me do it for you. I'll do it for free.
Okay.
Can I
get version 1?
Can I get my version? Then you can come with your version.
Mamela, what's happening is that Pirates, when I joined Chiefs winter 1999, Pirates has Thabiso Pakis as the PRO. And then when we get to the stadium, Soweto Derby, I mesmerize the entire stadium, including the Buccaneer faithfuls. And Thabiso is just wearing a rag, the blanket, he can't move. And then Nini Soto Koza, the late, oh may her beautiful soul rest in peace. She says to me, hey Putco, you know what? I must get someone like you who can dance. I must get someone like you who can dance as well. Why when some auditions and he got this one. He got me. And then we went to Mabato Stadium for the first leg of the Vodacom Challenge that particular year. And I grabbed the microphone and I said, Pagania! Pagania, here's your PRO. Shai scoop for DJ. Rob, I want to go to Mabato Stadium. It was my first time seeing a black man that can dance like me. we danced together with Mickey, and it was as if we had been brothers for years.
Wow. That is magnanimous of you, Mr. Mafani. Do you agree with that version now, Mr. Modisane?
That version, I agree with it.
Yeah.
But he forgets the centerpiece.
Also, both of you have got a forgetful mind.
He forgets the centerpiece.
Okay.
I was dressed in a white suit.
A white suit?
A white suit.
Like the gentleman in Parliament?
Whoa! I was dressed in a white suit.
Yes.
Being launched for the first time in a black shirt. And when I walked in there in the center, Putco didn't know what hit him. Like, he didn't know what hit him. I gave it all. You know what was interesting? Mm-hmm. He went on kwasa kwasa.
Yes.
I mean, Putco is the trademark kwasa kwasa is his thing. Mm-hmm. I said, no, this one, This kwasa thing, I'm going to take it and put it on the side. I went in with my Pantsula dens. I went into Trumpis. I brought in Alaska. And from there, I went international. Las Vegas, Los Angeles. I brought in Michael Jackson.
Which Michael Jackson did you bring in?
Beat it.
Okay, just show us before we go to the break. Oh, just beat it there for us. Beat it. Yeah.
Let me put this
down.
Put
the headphones down.
You know when I walked in there?
Yes.
I walked in there.
If you're on YouTube, you're watching this.
I did this.
Yes.
I did this. I did this. And when I did the spin, Putco was down. I did it. Remember, the only thing that Putco could do was I still can do the Chagachaga office.
Yeah.
You see, so that's how I mesmerized him. But the good thing about him, Mafani was so happy to finally have someone
who could challenge
represent the Giants.
Who could challenge him?
Who would definitely represent the Giants.
Who could challenge him?
You cannot put it like that.
Who could challenge him?
You say, I don't want to be like I'm a China, Machapani, karate. They teach you to kick. Now you know how to kick. Now.
Hashtag MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. Hashtag MSW.
When you choose insurance made for women, you choose a dedicated pink fleet of guardian angels that you can call on 24/7. You choose to know who's coming to help and how long till they arrive. You choose a lift to wherever you need to go. But most of all, you choose to feel safe and fearless on the road 24/7. So choose First for Women, a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. T's and C's online. Visit firstforwomen.co.za.
What do you dream of in a bakkie?
Plenty space!
Something with a little je ne sais quoi. Something to conquer the great outdoors. Then stop dreaming. You could win one of 4 VW Amarok bakkies powered by Quartec Fuel with 4-in-1 technology. Or one of 4 Fuel for a Year prizes with Standard Bank UCount rewards. Get to your nearest Astron Energy and fuel up with 500 Rand or more of Quartec Fuel. Astron Energy. Welcome to South Africa's next biggest fuel brand. T's and C's apply.
Pick n Pay Supermarkets is offering you fresh deals every weekend with our best weekend winners. Like P&P Cheddar, White Cheddar or Gouda for only R129.99 per kilogram. And bulk pork bri chops for only R69.99 per kilogram. So, drop into your nearest Pick n Pay supermarket this weekend. Deals valid 4 days only from 8 to 11 May while stocks last. T's and C's apply.
Mzansi, u-2025 ufikile, and Suzuki is ready to drive with you.
NSV. Whether it's the sleek Baleno lighting up the city, the Jimny 5-door owning rugged trails, the bold Franks turning heads, or the snazzy Celerio hustling through the streets. Whatever your vibe is for the year, Asambe, Suzuki's got you.
Ngasali. Visit suzukiauto.co.za to book a test drive today. T's and C's apply.
This May, Xiaomi is giving back to the fans with massive smartphone savings that you don't want to miss. Get the Redmi A3X for just 1,399. The Redmi 14C only 2,299. Save big on the Redmi 13, now 2,999. That's 1,000 Rand off. Or go bold with the Redmi Note 14, slashed from 4,999 to 4,499. Available at Incredible Connection, Hi-Fi Corp, TFG, Takealot, Ackermans, Pep, Mr. Price, and more. T's and C's apply. Xiaomi.
Did you know that Lotto Star gives you real money back doing what you enjoy the most? You heard right. We're the only online betting company that rewards you with real ka-ching for simply placing bets on your favorite games. To date, we've paid out over 250 million Rand in star rewards. Visit lottostar.co.za, your world of live games. Lotto Star is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18. NRGP 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
He mean business.
As we gear up for one of the biggest football showdowns of the season, which is the Nedbank Cup final at the Moses Mabhida Stadium this weekend, the KZN police spokesperson, Colonel Robert Naturena. Are you worried as the police down in Durban? Are you worried as the security cluster?
We are not worried at all, so we are confident that we are going to deliver yet another successful soccer match in our province.
A large concern, though, that came through from your side with regards to, number one, the fact that the clearances hadn't been given by the engineers.
What was of major concern was the fact that the stadium is still undergoing some renovations. We were worried we should be having a grading certificate on hand so that we know that engineers have approved that the venue is safe.
#MSW. #MSW.
Good evening, Baba Madluputu. Good evening, Baba Madluputu. Hey, usikhumbuza ekudala ngalesi sikhathi. We miss those guys. Awasekho ama-PRO bafita. There's no PRO like Putco Mafani. Besazi ukuthi makuzodlala i-Chiefs and Pirates, the whole week from Monday up until Friday, we listen to the radio station. Then they'll entertain us. They'll give us whatever is going to happen in the stadium. Then siyazi ukuthi zizobuya. But now, there's no PRO. Yeah, today you put a legend. Hey, Putco Mafani. Hey, yeah, ne, gone are those days. Thanks, Marawa. Thank you, Mr. Mahlasede Dlamini.
Hey, Rob, it's Martin Poge from Hamaskara. I would like to ask Mr. Mafani that will he consider going back to Kaizer Chiefs in the near future, considering that now there's Amapiano playing in this tournament and we miss that vibe where he will do his kwaza thing and at least bring back that love and peace and then entertain us again with these moves and encourage the boys so that they can do well, because now they are really struggling.
Hayi Rob, Putco bawuki sezindlela sonke ntumamele uthetha nobongisa based in Cape Rob 947 sisonke. Ayakhala Amakhosi atalahlekelwa ngwebo athi soloko kwamba wona into zami kakuhle kuChiefs. Ungakubuye makwamba kanje ndiyathanda mna ndeliphakaniya Supper Bucks.
Good evening, Robert Marawa. But please don't forget what happened after Putco sang that Mbesuma on a Monday. Muzzleman reminded him, Mbesuma, where were you? Mbesuma, where were you? So all I can tell Ubudi is that on Monday it will be the history repeating itself. Thank you, Robert. Tell us the bulletin came down. When he was
reached this is Tomiate from Eden. Greetings to you and greetings to the most popular former public relations officers of two of South African's biggest giants in Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates. That is Modisane and the Putco Mafani. Rob, not taking away from these guys, man. I want to ask them two separate questions for Putco Mafani. What has Vina Maposa learned from you, and what do you think he should improve? And then the same question to Mickey Modisane. We see Ausitan Dimorave is doing a wonderful job at Orlando Pirates. What do you think she has learned from you, and what do you think she has to improve on? But generally, what has they learned from you, and what spice is missing from what you guys were doing? Thanks, Rob.
Robert, good evening. Good evening to the listeners. Robert, you've got great legends there, Mickey and Putco. Hey, I so wish those people can come back to Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs. We were entertained. It's a pity, Rob, I'm from Durban and you know the story. But those are great legends of football. Putco and Mickey, you guys, I salute you. Thank you very much.
You two are great, my friend. Putco Mafani as well as Mickey Modisane, my guest here tonight. If you're missing out on the action, please don't, because we got the YouTube channel exactly for that. Chap, you've heard the question going back and forth here. I'll ask Mickey about it in just a second as well. That what are some of the lessons that we learned? What could be improved?
Well, look, Rob, for me, I think there's something in modern football that we're missing. How we can fuse social media as part of the PR work, because social media should not replace public relations officers. And I strongly believe that, with football, with religion, with politics in this country, you still need the interface of people that stand for the brand, that represent the brand. Part of what we did, Tina, at Kaizer Chiefs, and I think Mickey did this as well, we would travel around the country, opening branches, launching branches, teaching supporters about behavior, teaching supporters this, teaching supporters that. At the end of the month, all the branches would receive a love letter from Putco Mafani, updating them about what's going on in the camp. Players that are suspended, players that are injured, and all of that, and supporters got to know, they have to. You cannot do this without that interface, man. Today, imagine, Rob, if I were the PRO and I had a WhatsApp group of 330 branches around the country. Can you imagine? And making social media work for PROs, getting PROs to manipulate the opportunities that are there in social media. Can you imagine what we would be doing with TikTok today as PROs? Can you imagine what we would be doing in that entire space and having a dedicated PROs Facebook page? Sure. Can you imagine that? Now, it baffles me that today's authorities in football do not see that. That worries me.
What do you make of the fact, and I'll say that to both of you, because we're going to get to a stage of how you guys would have handled the situation happening down in Durban or countrywide, because people are not just from Durban who are going to the game, but it's been this ticketing scenario of how you guys would have communicated that to your respective fans. Maybe let me start there anyway. I'll come back to my question to both of you. How, Mickey, I'll start with you here. We've had this since Monday. It's been a talk about the derby, but it's been a talk about tickets more than the derby. I would have loved to talk about football, but all we've had to do just to serve the public is to bring them the latest about all of these shenanigans that have been going on. How would you have, as the two PROs, have handled it?
No, thanks, Rob. Trying to move away from issues that have controversy in them. But however, I think from our side, and Putco mentioned it, I'm glad that he said it. Remember a week before, and that's what I did. And there's one thing that the chairman allowed me to do. Dr. Koza allowed me to take the players with. So players who are on injury, they were given to me to take them everywhere. If the team is playing in Durban, I could have been in Durban on Tuesday, and I could have been gone to all those branches. There's one thing that we did very well, the issue around the database. Now, the database, it becomes your primary key. Because then what happens is that then you have all your branches. Then you've got Hammanskraals, you've got Cape Towner coming, you've got everybody who's coming. This information filters down to the branches before it goes to the general public. Okay. Remember, the branches are also the public, but however, we give an opportunity to these ones who are faithfuls, to these ones that we don't want them to miss an opportunity to go see their team. So we give them an opportunity to say, the tickets are coming out. Please go buy tickets. So what they then do is that they go as branches, they buy their tickets. Half of the work is done. Now you have football, faithfuls in the stadium. Now, it also drives the creation and the increasing of your database. Because those ones who see that they are suddenly now being left behind to go battle for 10,000 tickets, now they want to be part of the 40,000. So what they then do is that they start belonging to branches. So when we get to those areas, for you to see these players, we want card-carrying members. Carry your card.
Yeah.
Carry your card to come in here and rub shoulders with Lakili Khwati or Benson Mhlongo or Terminator Mabalani, Tonic Chabalala. You need to have your card. So you come in with your card. Now, our stakeholders, who are also our partners, they are also there. Number of incentives that we are giving out to try and bring in this excitement. So now also, what we also didn't take advantage of was the media. Every medium of instruction that is media related, we gave it the due respect it requires. From print to radio. to TV. But we always made sure that we do the spade work. I'll leave it there for now. So
no, I hear you because I've been having a spate of journalists and people that usually go to the games and cover press conferences down in Durban, and they're saying that they don't have accreditation for the game this weekend. So how do they get left out in preference for the people who are coming from Johannesburg? So there's also that which becomes a problem because outside of the derby, they go back. Let's say Amazulu now going to be playing against Polokwane City, and there's a fraction of the people that are going to be at the stadium. Those same journalists that are being not given accreditation now will be expected to go back to work. So there's a problem there. Putco, how would you have handled this week's drama?
The supporters' branches would have been a perfect vehicle, and I agree with Umiki. Obviously, I would have been there as early as Monday, Tuesday, whatever. Umiki and I would have been there even much earlier because he played Arrows this past weekend in Durban, which was quite strategic for Paris to do. But be there on the ground and anything else that has to do with the purchase of tickets, that you encourage branches to participate in this, and that branches must own it, and by now, through effective communications with radio stations, should there be any feeling that the electronic suppliers of tickets are feeling the pressure, you communicate it immediately. So we are there. The PROs would be monitoring it with the with the channels that are selling tickets, and so that if there's any yellow or red light when it comes to the tickets, whether the tickets have been redeemed or not, or whether people have paid but they don't have them in the hand, effective communication then would warrant that the PROs would be on radio, all radio stations, every day, every hour, to make sure that supporters, consumers can move with the times and can understand the technological advances that are there now in so far as procuring a ticket. One of the key functions of PROs was consumer education. We spend a lot of time educating because yes. you cannot fold your arm and say they know enough. No, because technology keeps developing, and so they cannot be left behind because they are your number one stakeholder. So you needed to educate. By now, all we need to do now is to make sure that we can encourage people without a ticket, something to stay away. I am aware that people can even have electronic tickets. There's a lot of things that are not happening right because fans are not educated, and it worries me. And when I thought of 11 April, and when I thought of even now rumors that there are tickets that are sort of counterfeit, I get worried about that. And I would really love right now, while we are live on the Marawa platform, to urge people without a due ticket to stay home and watch it on TV. We don't want to experience any negative things. All we want is celebrations at the end of the day, because one of the Soweto Giants will celebrate. Those people must be afforded celebration without a but. There must not be a but. But Pirates are champions, okay, the Chiefs are champions, but.
If it was VAR, there would not be. But if it was this, if it was that. And I know both of you guys, and as I head to the break, were big supporters of card-carrying members. And I know that Mickey just mentioned it now. Putco, I know you would spread the word in the far-flung areas of Lundi, whichever place it was around the country, was about card-carrying members who had a card-carrying number. So, yes, it is a topical issue right now. Right? Cardinals, I believe, have chosen a new pope. But the whole reason why I mentioned the pope, the late Pope Francis, is that he was also a big football fan. Mm-hmm. And he was a card-carrying member of St. Lorenzo. His membership number was 88.
Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah, Kaizer Chiefs, man. And he was saying that
And sorry, Rob, and you know the
Quickly.
smoke is black and white. Hey?
Yeah, so
the black smoke came, and then the white smoke came. So that's
the
Orlando
white,
Pirates. So it's black and white.
So we're gonna have
so the Cardinals are Pirates people.
Okay, because of the black and white smoke. Okay,
yeah.
Let me finalize and draft this point home. Using the late Pope Francis, is that at St. Lorenzo he was a card-carrying member. His membership number was 88235. 88235. And the coincidence in this was huge because it coincides with his death at the age of 88 and the time of death of 2:35. He died at 02 hours 35 minutes. So wow, sometimes, the things you receive are the things that really say goodbye to you at the end of your journey in life. The big question is, guys, I think we're in the throes of history with the breaking news that's happening on our screens. Putco says he was a card-carrying member of Chiefs. Mickey says, remember, when there's a white smoke that comes out, it means it's a done deal. They've all chosen. It's unanimous.
Yes.
We will get the news. Will we get a result? Will Chiefs end 10 years of no trophy? Will Orlando Pirates get to the three-peat and keep the trophy? To say goodbye to the Spanish guitar? Do I know? I don't.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
Dear Journal, trying to be an adult, day 3247. My financial advisor asked if I was expecting any inheritance. I said, I don't have a trust fund, but I trust that funds will find their way to my bank account. He was not amused.
Recently removed from the family payroll? Get covered at pineapple.co.za. It's like 570 Rand a month, so it's 100% the insurance for you. Underwritten by Old Mutual Alternative Risk Transfer Insurer Limited, a licensed non-life insurer and authorized FSP. Premiums are risk profile dependent.
As a medical doctor, I have dedicated my life to helping others. My diagnosis of myelodysplastic syndrome came as a shock to me, as now the shoe was on the other foot. I needed urgent medical help. My only chance for survival was a stem cell transplant with a matching donor, which I received in December 2024. Your registration to become a potential lifesaver could be life-changing for other patients like myself. To make your contribution, register at dkmsafrica.org.
At Pick n Pay Hypermarket, it's twice as nice with our great deals. Get assorted 2-litre P&P fresh milk for only R29.99 each. Smart shoppers get 80 or 88 gram Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate slabs, any 2 for only R36. And 200 gram Nescafe Gold instant coffee or a 220 gram refill for only R139.99 each. Only at Pick n Pay Hypermarkets. Valid 24 April to 11 May. T's and C's apply.
Ultra South Africa is back and it's bigger than ever. Featuring Martin Garrix, Armin van Buren, ISOXO, Kashmir, Shimza, Mind Against, Masano and more. A decade of dance with Ultra South Africa. Saturday, 10 May at Expo Center Nasrec. Get your tickets now at ultrasouthafrica.com in association with 947.
This is what it feels like.
Are you looking for the best savings on spectacles? At Specsavers, enjoy 1,500 Rand off when you get tested at South Africa's trusted and most established optical group. Get 1,500 Rand off all frames in store, or use your 1,500 Rand off on our leading lens enhancements, such as drive light lenses that reduce artificial glare whilst driving. Book online or call your nearest store today. Affordable eye care, Specsavers. T's and C's apply.
Whether you own a startup in Sandton or a spaza shop in Soweto, Standard Bank has the solutions to grow your business. For just R9 per month, our MyMoBiz business account gives you access to free online banking and a team of business experts. Our Simply Blue Pro card machine enables you to accept payments anytime, anywhere. Search Standard Bank MyMoBiz and Simply Blue to amplify the growth of your business today. Standard Bank is an authorized FSB and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
The driving force behind the Blitzbokkers' brilliance, and welcome once again to Coach Philip Stayman. Oh man, every time we catch you on the show, you're a happy coach, which means you got a happy bunch of players doing happy things. But what a moment. Has it sunk in?
Actually came to realize it's not only just another tournament, it was actually to win the title at the end of the season, and we brought back the World Champions trophy. So yeah, I think slowly but surely we're getting there. And like I said, after up and down season, to finish on a high like this, it's a cherry on cake. And yeah, so I'm really happy. The guys really performed really well.
MSW.
Mr. Marawa and the team. Yes, I miss those PROs because they used to communicate the availability of players, but not anymore. Now we have to rely on coaches, which means that if a coach doesn't like you, he might say that you are injured. Whereas in the past, we used to rely on these PROs. They used to communicate with us, all the players who were injured, and the availability of players. David and Parkwood.
Mr. Rob, it's Hulifelang here, and good evening to the MSW shoulders. And good evening to the two former PROs, Mr. Putco Mafani and Mr. Mickey Modisane. I would just want to ask the two beloved Chiefs and Pirates PROs, respectively, if they can give us some form of prediction who would be a pivotal player that could potentially win the game for either Chiefs or Pirates, for both of them, and who's going to get the job done, and which score is it going to go to extra time. I just want to find out, because listening to both of them on air at the same time, they're passionate about their teams. They are passionate about Chiefs and Pirates respectively. So I would want to find out from them, because I just want to see something. Whom is going to be a pivotal player that is going to win the game for Chiefs or for Pirates, from both of them? That's what I want to find out from them. Great show as always. Thanks.
Hulifelang, thank you so much indeed. Sparking so much intrigue as far as this conversation is concerned. Oh my goodness. When you talk about being mesmerized by the voice notes that are coming in, all I can say is keep them flowing. The phone calls are coming through. Keep them flowing. I'll get to Hulifelang's question in a second. When I get so involved in the conversation that, Richard, in Proteat Lane, you'll have to forgive me, my friend, for making you hold. I mean, you've waited as long as it would take for a first half to be on.
Because I wanted to talk to my guys there. Let me decide. I wanted to talk to him.
Go ahead.
Good evening. How are you, Robert?
I'm fine, Baba. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you very much. Good evening, Mickey.
Pagania, good evening, man. Good evening to you, man, and also the listeners. Sure.
Yes, good evening, and Putco on the other side. You mustn't say I'm checking out. Yeah, I'm a Buccaneer for life. The thing that we're missing now is the spark. Man, the Vavavoom is no longer there about the derby. I mean, if it was that time when you guys while you were still there, everything was going to come to a standstill. We were going to eat, sleep. Everything was going to be about the derby. I'm feeling sorry for my son. I normally take him to the stadium. He's 12 years old. He doesn't know how he's missing, how us in our youth, how we enjoyed the derby.
So how are you going to bridge that gap, though, to say, listen to these guys. These guys actually, from the days when, as Putco was given the history, even the likes of Louis Chakwan handed over the legacy and said, here, take, don't copy, innovate, be yourself.
For now, what we do now, we're only doing the Facebook. We discuss, the derby is all about the social media now, especially the Facebook. But another thing, what I want to highlight is the fact that I was lucky to meet Mickey Modisane personally. If you still remember, I was said to be a DJ for Pirates during the games, and then he told me to bring the demo, which I did submit, but unfortunately didn't materialize.
So you were the DJ for Orlando Pirates, or the?
Yes, I wanted to be a DJ for Orlando Pirates, and he told me to bring the demo, which I did.
And did you make it?
No, unfortunately, it didn't materialize. It was the time he was leaving, so he left, and then I couldn't make it, unfortunately.
But I hope your dream of being a DJ outside of Orlando Pirates continued.
No, I'm a DJ. I'm a DJ.
Thank you,
Thank you so much. Thank you very much indeed. I mean, you reminisce, you go back, and some people are saying it's a throwback Thursday.
My goodness, Rob, you had to do a throwback Thursday by inviting the two legendary PROs. Thank you so much. Mickey, tell them that the reason Pirates is known as happy people is because of you. You are happy people, and happy people is Mickey Modisane. You made that our anthem, and we were loving it during the days of Costa Din Papich. Then, yeah, Babu Mafani, sir, I will never forget how well you handled the chaos that happened at Ellis Park Stadium during the Stampede. You will forever remain a legend in my books in how you helped facilitate and calm the crowd down that day. God bless you both. And yeah, Mickey, Ruina Kapula Yaburaro Jwaler, Kappa, Coach Aruna Jose, Rimisa Spain, Nika Netbank Yaburaro. Thank you.
Mickey, holding an imaginary trophy there in your
Robza.
hands. Is it going to happen, though?
It's going to happen. You know, you've got, the Barki Kinyama 2000.
Yes.
He's really Mofokeng. He's going to be there. You've got Patrick Maswangang. You know, let me tell you, when we went to the first derby, you know, history, it's in the past. When we went to that derby, and Maswanganyo was part of the team that was not featured, and was not even on the bench. You know, he was there, and I said, yeah, you see, it's going to demonstrate the depth that Orlando Pirates has. You know, the coach brought in other players, you know, but also remember, you've got the likes of Talent Mbata and them who are also there. You know, unfortunately, some of the players now, they are on suspension, others are on injuries. But what I liked about our coach Rivero, he said, I've got depth, watch and see. I know that I am going to take out a hot one and bring in another hot one. Because the game of football, it does not have a therefore. Doesn't have a therefore.
But why does it sound like you're advertising chicken? A hot one, hot wings. I don't know what you're talking about. Putco Mafani, do you want to step in here? Because it looks like Mickey's swinging it in favor of Orlando Pirates here, regardless.
It's not, Rob, it's not going to be easy. Let me come in there and say it's not, Putco, it's not going to be easy, my brother. It's not going to be easy because it's a derby. Derby, the past results have no bearing. And remember this one, we have a team that now, I took it out of the top 8. We have a team that hasn't held a trophy. My child is now 10. He still hasn't seen that moment.
Hasn't seen Chiefs lift anything.
Hasn't seen them lift anything.
Okay, lift your voice, Putco, because that's one thing you can lift right now is your voice. So lift your voice in defense of Kaizer Chiefs.
Effect.
Mickey,
Okay, sure.
you're going to close your mic.
No, Rob, truth be told, when I used to take a different view to Soweto Derbies in the past. I used to believe that it didn't matter the recent results of Pirates, the recent results of Chiefs won, but when the two face each other, chances are they will be at their best because they know it's not only about themselves, it's about the country, it's about families, it's about friends, it's about, you know, that's what the Soweto Derby does. It even divides couples into two. It divides families, parliament, cabinet, shebeens, taverns, and everything. And all the other 14 clubs in the PSL also are divided into two. And SAFA also is divided into two. Newsroom Go 94.7 is divided into two. Everywhere. The whole of South Africa is divided into two. And that's how serious this is. And PROs are connectors of people. Remember, football, more than the fact that football is about that little ball, that leather ball that they're kicking around and scoring. But in the bigger picture, football is about connecting people. People get connected. They get to know, appreciate one another. And that's what football does. And this is what we were championing. But Rob, let me say this in the Madiba style so that you can take me serious.
Oh, please take us back because, you know, Mandela Day is around the corner, 18 July, his date of birth, and Putco Mafani, who makes sure that the legacy goes on and on and on. Let me keep quiet.
I have never felt like an underdog before. And this particular week, I somehow, for the very first time, feel like an underdog. And on paper, Orlando Pirates have got all the ingredients to come back with a trophy. That is what is expected, because I feel like an underdog. If Kaizer Chiefs bring back the trophy, that would be a miracle. It is like turning water into wine. I thank you.
Have you ever had wine, Madiba?
I always have water, not wine. I leave wine to Mickey.
Hi, Bo. Yes, because it's synonymous with wine, it's synonymous with celebration. And that's why he's going to leave it to me. Because one thing that I can tell you, Ntate Mafani / Matiba, what I can tell you is that when my players walk in there, 11 of them, they are going to forget about what the media says. They're going to forget about who says what. They're going to focus on ensuring that when we walk out of that stadium from 3:30, by 6 o'clock, the trophy, it is coming all the way to Orlando, where it's going to sit with the rest of the other trophies. You know, Rob.
You see, Rob,
No, Mafani, no, man. This is not. Rob, can we have a timer here? Can I request for a timer? Because really,
what is the timer? As an old person?
No. Timer is that thing that keeps the clock, man. Run the clock, something, man. Bring it
so
here.
You're accusing Putco of being a timer?
No, man. Madala. Okay, Madala.
No. I wanna say something to your benefit, Mickey Mamela. I'm gonna say something to your benefit for free. You see, Orlando Pirates players are going to be more dangerous this weekend because they would also want to give Jose Riviero, a glorious send-off with a trophy. And that's what makes Kaizer Chiefs the underdogs. It does not, however, mean that miracles will not happen.
Correct. Not
You
only
see?
that. Not
So
only
that's
that.
That's why I said I needed to say this in your favor.
I'm so glad you said that. But remember, once I'm done with this, come Wednesday, I'm back home. And at home, I need the 3 points. I need the 9 points that are remaining the last 3 games. 2 at home, 1 is away. I'm closing with Amazul. I need the 9 points because, if wishes were horses, honestly, we need to end the season on a high note. We got disappointed by the Pyramids, and then someone pulled a wreck on us when we played the last game at home that we lost. But all I'm saying to you, Ntate Mafani and Orlando Pirates fans right now, you see, when you go down to Moses Mabhida, and you need to listen to me and listen to me carefully.
We're listening.
If you're Orlando Pirates supporter and you value and love this brand, you love this skull and crossbone and its evolution, when you go down to Moses Mabhida and you don't have a ticket, or you have an illegitimate ticket, which means you bought your ticket on the back door, please don't try and do that. Because if you respect your team, you respect this brand, you will stay at home.
Your
you can
30
be 6
seconds is up.
You can be
you
6
asked for a
of you.
timer. So timer, please.
Okay.
Mr. Mafani, as a hand over to you for your 20 seconds. Uvuyo Ngakana. You know him. He used to be Schumacher Pagui the Queen. He says, you know what, big love to Putco for the work that he did at Kaizer Chiefs. Inspirational stuff, fan engagement, stadium buzz was at an all-time high. Your 20 seconds begins now.
Well, I just love to encourage those who do have tickets to arrive on time. One of the bad things with AW is when kickoff is delayed. This can change. It surely can change, and it depends on each and every one of you that is listening now. If you don't have a ticket, stay home. The miracle can happen, but when it happens, it would mean that we go back to the drawing board still. Because there's a lot of
I need numbers. I need numbers, Putco. Give me a score as the referee blows the final whistle as a parting shot. Don't explain, just give me a score.
1-0 to Kaizer Chiefs.
Bye-bye. Mickey?
2 Orlando Pirates, 1 Kaizer Chiefs.
Sorry, what was that?
2 Orlando Pirates, 1 Kaizer Chiefs, 90 minutes, 4 minutes extra time added. That's it. Referee's optional time, 4 minutes.
I said don't explain.
Okay, sorry.
So take that back and give me a score.
I took it back.
Okay.
The score is Orlando Pirates 2, Kaizer Chiefs 1.
Bye-bye.
The thrill, the drama, the action. Let the game begin. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets. #MSW. Live now on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM and Soweto Live. At the same time. #MSW.